stage, it's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number one. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And the Rams in trouble to start play, 6 and 8 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Smith on 3rd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Akers hit. He coughs it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down." They love being physical.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there, just like last play. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feel.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you know, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Back to throw, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Geno. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Does the big boy have the juice? Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Hey, what's this? Ready?
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ready, set.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, Cowboys. Nick Muse, 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
One play has him to the 36. 7 here for 1st and 10. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
19 tight, 19 tight.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Smith. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Geno now to throw. And that is incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 40-yard line. Bobby Brown breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, 60 yards. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off of play action, here's Smith. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
Come on. Hey.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Smith now to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 40 yards. And the Rams get a bit closer. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Gino's going to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And not much running room. Down to the 32. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Let's go now. Ready.
Here we go on fourth. Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go again. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. From the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing nothing.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. The 20. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Akers. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They'll sneak it with Smith. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Geno Smith with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. Here's Smith looking to throw. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion. And that makes this a 1-point game now. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Dancing to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Smith's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Smith on third down. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A give running right is Akers. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey,
Now a give here to Pollard, taken down at the 30.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Ultra.
2nd and 6. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on third down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Rams are right back in this football game.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
After the interception, here's Smith. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 58 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
60.
Throwing now is Geno. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Hold it ready.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have the Rams first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Smith. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. Buffalo 18.
They snap it to Smith. Going up top for Kupp. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Malik Hooker. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped him to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Here's Pollard. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown. It's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive team.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Rams are right back in this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. This series could very well determine our outcome.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. A quick pass to Cup. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Smith. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Going to run again here with Pollard. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Pollard going to try the right side. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also
You might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.